Have you ever wondered how you can make money with Google AdSense? Well, you're in the right place to discover just that. Google AdSense is a free service provided by Google, which allows website owners to monetize their content by displaying Google Ads. Here's how it works. When you host Google Ads on your website, you're essentially renting out space on your site to advertisers. They use this space to showcase their products or services to your site's visitors. Each time one of these ads is clicked, you earn a small amount of money. It's a simple and effective way to turn your online space into a source of income. And the best part, it's completely free to start. So, whether you're a seasoned webmaster or just starting out, Google AdSense offers a great opportunity to generate revenue. Now that you have an understanding of what Google AdSense is, let's move on to the steps to making money with it. The first step to making money with Google AdSense is creating a website or blog. Now you might be wondering, why a website or blog? Well, think of it as your digital storefront or your online magazine, a place where people come to consume the content you produce. The key here is to generate traffic. The more visitors you have, the more opportunities you create for Google AdSense to display ads, which in turn results in more potential earnings for you. There are several platforms that you can use to create your online space. One of the most popular ones is WordPress. It's user-friendly, highly customizable, and best of all, it's free. Of course, there are other platforms to consider such as Blogger, Wix, or Squarespace. Each has its unique features and strengths, so it's important to choose the one that best suits your needs and skills. Once you've chosen a platform, it's time to think about content. This is the heart and soul of your website or blog. What you put out there should be relevant and interesting to your target audience. Ask yourself, who are the people you're trying to reach? What topics are they interested in? The content you produce should answer these questions. Creating high-quality content is a continuous process. It's not just about writing one good post, it's about consistently producing content that engages your audience. Remember, the more engaging your content, the more people will want to visit your site. The more visitors you have, the more potential earnings from Google AdSense. But don't just think about the quantity of content. Quality is equally, if not more, important. Your content should be well-researched, well-written, and well-presented. It should provide value to your audience, be it in the form of information, entertainment, or inspiration. And finally, remember to be patient. Building a successful website or blog takes time. It requires dedication, effort, and a lot of fine-tuning. But with persistence and passion, you can create a digital space that not only attracts visitors, but also turns them into loyal readers or customers. Once you have a website or blog with good traffic, you're ready to apply for Google AdSense. Now that you have a website or blog, it's time to apply for Google AdSense. To get started, visit the Google AdSense website and click on the Sign Up Now button. You'll be asked to provide your website URL and email address. Make sure to use an email that you frequently check, as Google will send important updates regarding your application to this address. As you move through the application process, you'll be required to fill in some additional details about your website and yourself. This includes your name, address, and phone number. Google uses this information to verify your identity and to ensure you're a legitimate business owner or webmaster. Now here's a critical part to remember. Google AdSense has certain eligibility requirements that you must meet before your application can be approved. These include, but are not limited to, your website must have original and engaging content. It must comply with Google's Webmaster Quality Guidelines, and it must not contain any prohibited content. Furthermore, you, as the applicant, must be at least 18 years old. After you've filled out the application and ensured that your website meets the eligibility requirements, hit the Submit button. But don't expect instant approval. Google takes some time to review applications, typically between a few days to a couple of weeks. During this review process, Google checks your website for compliance with their guidelines and policies. This process is crucial to maintain the quality of ads served by Google and to protect the interests of advertisers. While you wait for the approval, don't just sit idle. Keep updating your website with fresh and engaging content. Remember, Google prefers sites that are active and regularly updated, so the more quality content you have, the better your chances of approval. Once your application is approved, you'll receive an email from Google AdSense team welcoming you to the program. If, however, your application is denied, don't lose heart. Google will provide you with the reasons for denial, and you can make necessary changes to your site and reapply. After you've applied, Google will review your application and decide whether or not to approve it. Once you've been approved for Google AdSense, you can start implementing it on your website. Let's dive into the process. First, you'll need to log into your Google AdSense account. On the dashboard, you'll find a section titled Ads. Click on it, and you'll find a range of options to choose from. You can select display ads for banners or text ads for the more subtle text-based advertisements. Now you're probably wondering where to place these ads for maximum effectiveness. The answer is, it depends. It depends on your website's layout, content, and audience behavior. However, a few general rules of thumb can be applied. Firstly, your ads should be placed where they can be easily seen, but without disrupting your content's flow or causing annoyance to your visitors. Common placements include the top of the page, the sides, or embedded within the content. Secondly, it's essential to maintain balance. Overloading your website with ads can deter visitors, so aim for a healthy mix of content and ads. Now let's talk about customizing your ads. Google AdSense provides a variety of options to fit the look and feel of your website. You can adjust the ad size, type, and style to match your website's design. For instance, if your website has a minimalistic design, you might opt for text ads in a simple, clean font. Remember, the goal is to integrate the ads seamlessly into your website's design while still making them noticeable. A well-placed, well-designed ad can attract clicks without detracting from your website's overall user experience. After you've made your selections and customized your ads, you'll need to generate the ad code. This code needs to be copied and pasted into your website's HTML, where you want the ad to appear. If you're using a website builder like WordPress, they often have designated areas for pasting ad codes. And voila! You've successfully implemented Google AdSense on your website. With Google AdSense implemented on your website, you can start earning money from your traffic. Now that you have Google AdSense on your website, how can you maximize your earnings? Let's dive right in. First and foremost, optimizing ad placement is crucial. The location of your ads can significantly impact your revenue. Experiment with different placements and see what works best for your site. Above the fold, that's the part of the page visible without scrolling, is typically a prime spot. But remember, user experience should never be compromised. If your site is cluttered with ads, visitors might not stick around. Next up, using relevant keywords. You see, Google AdSense works by targeting ads to the content of your pages, so if your site is about gardening, you want to use keywords related to gardening. This increases the likelihood that the ads displayed will be relevant to your audience, and hence more likely to be clicked on. Now, let's talk about content. Regularly updating your website with fresh, high-quality content is key. This not only helps with search engine rankings, but also keeps your audience engaged. And an engaged audience is more likely to interact with ads. Another strategy to consider is enabling both text and image display ads. This gives Google a larger inventory of ads to choose from, thereby increasing the chances of a higher-paying ad being displayed. Finally, and perhaps most importantly, always follow Google's policies. If you violate any of Google's terms, you risk getting banned, and getting reinstated can be a cumbersome process. So, ensure you are familiar with and adhere to Google's AdSense program policies. Maximizing your earnings with Google AdSense isn't about quick fixes or shortcuts. It requires consistent effort, testing, and tweaking. But with patience and persistence, the rewards can be substantial. By following these strategies, you can maximize your earnings with Google AdSense. And remember, the journey to successful monetization is a marathon, not a sprint. So keep going, keep optimizing, and let the revenue roll in. Making money with Google AdSense might seem daunting, but with the right approach, it can be a profitable venture. Let's quickly recap what we've covered. First, we discussed the necessity of having a website or blog as your platform. This is where your content will live and where you'll display ads. Next, we delved into the process of applying for Google AdSense. We explored the requirements and gave you some tips to increase your chances of acceptance. From there, we moved on to implementing Google AdSense on your website. We discussed where to place ads for maximum visibility and user engagement. Finally, we talked about strategies to maximize your earnings with Google AdSense, such as creating quality, engaging content, and using targeted keywords. Remember, success with Google AdSense doesn't happen overnight. It takes time, patience, and a lot of hard work. But with dedication, you can turn your website into a profitable business. Good luck on your Google AdSense journey.